Hey,
What's going on?
how y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? I hope y'all doing great. Welcome to Boss Ambassador Network. We're very excited to be able to be with you all today. Before we get into our message, we just want to be able to tell you all a little bit about the Neutral Plus. Oh man, you need to get this energy drink. I mean, it's amazing. It's caffeine free. It's good for weight management. It's also good for being able to have energy, enhances your endurance.
And it actually, you already have metabolism. Your body already produces things to
Like quarantine.
Yes. Your body already produces that for metabolism, and it actually gives you more. That's where the energy comes from. It's vegan. It's all natural. All natural. So no extra supplements or anything that's going to mess up a diet. It's very healthy, and I take it every day. And
Yeah,
it
definitely. Me
gives
too.
me natural energy. I don't have a crash out or anything like that, and it really helps me throughout the day.
Yeah, definitely. So get your shot today. At the bottom of the link, make sure you get it. Hey, one thing about life and one thing I learned is something cheap, it ain't for me. So get what you're gonna get because it's not cheap. $60, but you get a whole big thing that you can be able to get your energy up, and also you can begin to start losing weight also because it helps with weight management. So hey, you'll have a whole big pack. So it's a beautiful thing, right?
Yes.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into this message today. I'm excited. Why are you excited? Because I want to talk about the power of consistency, right? Consistency is so powerful. People don't realize how much discipline it takes to be able to be consistent, because it's not easy at times. Sometimes we fall off. Sometimes we don't do exactly what we need to do and move how we need to move. Have you ever had an assignment, or you ever had a task that you had to do with somebody, with work, with even your family, and then at times you didn't show up like you're supposed to, right? Because you kind of fell off of being consistent like you're supposed to be. Right, you used to being able to clean every day, you make up the bed every day, you clean the bathroom every day, but then you stop doing it for weeks. And how do you begin to feel? You begin to feel bad. You begin to feel down. Why? Because you didn't keep your disciplines. Really, you didn't keep it to yourself first, because it's not about other people. First of all, consistency is not about other people. It's about you. It's about you keeping your word to yourself. Because if you can't keep your word to yourself, how can you keep it to anybody else? Right? So you have to begin to discipline yourself, because if you don't have any discipline, you don't have any direction. I wrote a book called The Art of Discipline. No discipline, no direction.
Wow.
If you don't have any discipline, you can't go anywhere in life. Right? Because you're not disciplining your body. Your body don't control you, you control your body. Right? And you have to be consistent in whatever you're doing in life. Your business, your relationship with the kids. Because think about it, kids, if you're not consistent with them, they're going to be off. And they're going to start being all over the place. And you know what I'm saying? If you don't tell them, like, this how you're supposed to do this every day, I want it to be the same. They want that. They want structure. I remember a guy told me a long time ago, years ago, when I was in the jail working and things of that nature. But he told me, he said, man, I'm so glad I'm locked up today. I said, what? You glad you locked up? He said, yeah, I'm glad I'm locked up because it has taught me discipline. He said, because I have to be in at a certain time, I have to be locked down at a certain time, and I have structure in my life because I didn't get it through my parents.
Wow.
And I said, wow, that's crazy. It took for him to be incarcerated to begin to get discipline, because he was able to do whatever he wanted to do with his parents, because his parents was doing whatever they wanted to do. And they wasn't raising him to be able to be a disciplined and conduct a citizen that's going to be able to give back to society. But you have to make up in your mind that you're going to be consistent no matter how you feel. Emotions change, right? Yeah. Emotions change. One day you're up, one day you're down, one day you're depressed, one day you're happy. I mean, things change all the time. Things happen. In life, we dealing with the real world. But are you going to show up? And that's the thing about life. Are you going to still show up when you're down? Are you going to still show up when things not going your way? Are you going to still show up when things don't look like they're going to turn out for your benefit? Are you going to still show up? Right? I was thinking about my daughter. She's in cheerleading, right? And she has to show up, right? She has to show up no matter how she feels, because it's not about feeling, it's about showing up for the team. Absolutely. So she can be able to have that discipline to be able to cheer. And that's how you have to be in your life. Are you going to show up for your team? Are you going to show up and cheer? Are you going to show up for your family? Are you going to show up for your business? Are you going to show up? Because let me tell you something, it's dependent on you. And other people are dependent on you. Other people want you to get to the top. Because why? They're a part of your cup overflow.
Wow.
And if your cup not overflowing, how they able to be a part of what you're trying to do? They're not. They're not able to be a part of it. Why? Because your cup is not overflowing, it's half full.
Wow.
And they waiting for it to get full so they can say, I want to be a part of it. I want to read what you're doing. I want to see the videos. I want to be able to be a part. I might join your team. I might, you know what I'm saying? But if you're not doing anything, how can they even get to where they want to be in life when you're lacking?
It starts with your mindset. Consistency starts with your mindset, and that's what gives you the discipline to continue to do the same thing on a continuous basis so that you can see a good outcome. A lot of people think that, oh, life isn't going right for me or things not going right for me. How long did you show up for yourself? How long did you have the mindset to do the same thing over and over and over until you got a better outcome? It's not just a week. It's not just 2 weeks. It takes, they say, 21 days doing something consistently for you to get any kind of result. And for your mindset to change at all. So let's say that you only show up for yourself 18 days. So then you just shorted yourself three days.
3 days.
That you didn't show up. And you got to start all the way back over. Because it's your mind. You have to build your mind. You have to discipline your mind to be there and be able to show up for yourself. And if you can't show up for yourself, how are you going to show up for others?
Yes. And that's so true. You know,
you want to have business relationships. You want to have relationships with friends, relationships with family, all of these things that you want, but you can't even show up long enough for yourself. Stay consistent with yourself. So they're not even going to trust that you're going to show up for them and stay consistent with them. That's why friendships fall off. That's why business plans fall off. That's why people say, I'm not making any money doing this. How long did you show up to do this? Did you give your business plan any of your energy every single day?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you to test yourself. 21 days. Do something that you want to do 21 days.
21 days.
To take yourself to the next level. To change your mindset actively so that you can continue and will start to build that discipline that you need to get to the next level. It starts with you.
That's true.
Not 21 days calling your friends, not 21 days calling a business manager or anything like that. 21 days to work on you.
Wow.
Let's start with that. When you start 21 days, just giving yourself what you need on a consistent basis, that helps to start changing your mind, start changing your mindset, building that discipline that you need to get to the next level, not just for you, but just to be on the next level where you want to be in life. It starts with you.
That's true.
Absolutely.
You're so right. And it do start individually, you know. Think about it. When we're even young, what happens? We tie our shoes, right? We learn how to tie our shoes. The more you learn how to tie your shoes, you begin to be consistent with it. After a while, you forget, you know, you just know how to do it automatically.
It comes naturally.
It comes naturally.
Yeah.
Think about when you first start your job, right? You don't know what to do. You're kind of figuring out and stuff like that, you know. You kind of have anxiety, you know. You're kind of trying to figure out things. But then after you get it, what happens? It becomes easy.
Yeah.
It becomes simple
because you're doing
and
it
it's a
often.
routine, and it's kind of
routine.
the same thing you're doing over and over again. It becomes repetitive, and you have it down packed, right? That's how you want to be able to have your life. That's how you want to be able to have your disciplines. You want to be able to have things down packed. You want to be able to have your life down packed. A lot of times we don't have our lives down packed. We don't have our disciplines together. Why? Because we're not consistent with it. You know, if you're showing up consistently every time that you say you're going to show up, let's say you have a seminar every Tuesday. So you show up every Tuesday, right? Because you have that seminar every Tuesday. I remember this man, he said he used to do seminars every week for 2 or 3 years. He said he did it for 5 people for 2 years. He said after the 3rd year, it started to grow, and he began to get 50 and 60 people to come to his seminars every week. Wow. Then he said after that, it began to grow to 100. After that, it began to go to 500. After that, it began to grow to 1,000. But he stayed consistent, even when it was only 5 to 10 people, right?
Absolutely.
He didn't think about just the numbers. He thought about his discipline.
You know what? Think about this. Bad habits. Things that you've done that you're trying to change. How long were you doing those things where it became consistently, you're doing it over and over and over? Consistency can go both ways. To break a bad habit, you have to counteract that with continuously good behavior in order for it to change. You keep smoking cigarettes every day. You consistently smoke cigarettes. You consistently do this. So it's a repetitive thing. Let's try to change that around in order to change our mindset. Let's say, hey, I want to work on myself. I want to go walking every day for 21 days straight. Once you start doing that, your body's going to need that. Your body's going to want that. It's going to change what's going on inside of you. And you're going to get to the point where like, hey, I still want to walk, but these cigarettes are stopping me from walking because it has me breathing hard. So you're going to change a bad habit by replacing it with a good habit. And you do that consistently. And you do that consistently with different things in your life. And that's how you're able to change your mindset and get that discipline you need within yourself so you can not just be there for you, you can be there for others. And you are able to get to the next level.
That's true. Yeah, it's true. Discipline is everything.
Absolutely.
Changing even bad. One thing about your brain, a negative thought and a positive thought cannot agree with each other. They cannot live in the same brain. So once you change, like you were saying, but 21 days, oh man, you can change what you're doing in 21 days. You'll change your whole life. And then what happens is your neural pathway in your brain begins to even change its whole neural path. It changes.
Absolutely.
Like we have 1 billion neurons, right?
Absolutely.
And it will begin to change once you change your philosophy on life.
Yeah, that's what a discipline.
It's like a book, right? You read a book and you go into the pages and you dive in, and what happens? Your philosophy on life changes. Why? Because you just read words that gave you life.
You begin to absorb it inside of your brain, and it starts changing you at that point.
Yeah, because you're feeding your 1 billion neurons, right?
You're feeding it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you're feeding it life, because words are life. Words are from the beginning, all right? So when you speak a word becomes life. It resonates in the atmosphere.
Wow.
So when you say a thing and you decree a thing, it becomes it becomes into reality.
Yeah, it becomes life.
Why? Because words are life.
It life. Absolutely.
Yeah. So when you read or you begin to learn something new, your philosophy begins to change. Why? Because it's breaking old habits.
And it's changing your mindset.
Yeah, and it's changing your philosophy for a
Absolutely.
better one,
Absolutely.
for a new way, right? For a better way.
And that opens up the path for the discipline that's needed to stay consistent. Once you get on that path for so long, you're not going to want to veer off.
Yeah, that's true.
Once you continuously do it, your body's going to be like, hey, what? I don't want that no more. I want this. I need this. Feed me this. My mind needs this, because you want to get to the next level. You want to change your mindset. You want to do it consistently, so you can grow and be better as a person.
That's true. And I just like that, what you just said. So you can grow and be better as a person.
It starts with you.
It starts with you. Discipline starts with you. Tying your shoes starts with you. You know, have you ever seen kids that don't want to tie their shoes? And their shoes is just everywhere.
And they tuck them in.
They tuck them in, yeah. They falling, you know, they falling. You know, they trying to run and play recess. They falling over their shoes coming off. Why? Because they don't have any structure.
And as they get older, it continues.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
It does.
Absolutely.
But when you learn how to tie your shoes at a young age and you begin to be disciplined, because all it is a discipline.
That's it.
It helps you along your way in life, because you can revert back to that discipline. Everything we learn in life that teaches us structure and consistency, we have to be. Think about it. Think about it. If you work a job, right? You show up to your job no matter how you feel.
Yes.
Unless you really sick, you probably take off, you know. But most of the time, you show up no matter how you feel, no matter what mood you in, no matter what happened in your life, no matter what the kids doing, no matter what. So if you in business, why you can't show up for yourself like that?
Giving them all your time, but you can't work on yourself enough to work on your business to get yourself to the next level. But you can be disciplined for someone else.
Yeah.
Let's stay consistent, man. Let's stay consistent, guys.
Yeah, let's stay consistent, man. So we just wanted to be able to drop some nuggets with you real quick. The power of consistency.
21 days.
21 days. We challenge you. We're doing a 21-day challenge. And we challenge you for 21 days to be able to be consistent.
Do something consistent.
Do something consistent, right?
Over and over and over. And watch how it changed.
Yes.
And reach out to us. Let us know how it went.
Yes.
When you did it, the same thing that you know is going to take you there. You know that's going to improve you as a person. Know that's going to improve your discipline. Know that's going to get you to where you need to be with yourself. Let's start with yourself.
Yes, accountability.
Let's start with yourself, because you got to be accountable for yourself. You got to build your discipline and change your mindset if you want anything more than what you already have in life.
Yes.
21 days.
21 days.
Reach out to us. Let us know how it goes.
Yes.
And we'll definitely be here to help you along the way.
Yes, we definitely will. And like Lee said, let us know. We want to know how you are doing with your 21-day challenge, because we want to keep you accountable, right? So you can be able to do it. And also, we want to just hear your testimony, because it's gonna encourage us.
And encourage others. Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's if you want to share with others. You don't have to.
You don't.
It could just be anonymous, right? But we do appreciate you all tuning in today. Again, we want to tell you, make sure you get you some Neutral Burst, right? Because it's going to be able to give you the endurance that you need and the energy that you need. I mean, Neutral Plus. I'm sorry about that. I said burst, because you're going to burst. But but yeah. But for real, man, make sure y'all do get you some, because it's going to be able to help you in your mind and your focus.
Helps you with your metabolism.
Weight management.
All natural.
Yeah, so I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited about what we're doing. We will never give nobody nothing that we don't do and we don't take.
Every day.
So we will never try to tell you take this and we don't do it. That's crazy. It's just like you going to the Chinaman. They don't eat Chinese food, right? But they sell it to you. But you eat it anyway. But we selling you something that we take every day. But we're not even selling it to we advising you to take it, because it's gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna tell you nothing that's gonna hurt you. But we're gonna tell you something that's gonna help you, because we want to empower them. We're here to empower you. We're here to help you to get to the next level of whatever you're trying to do in life.
Absolutely.
We're here to empower every area of your life, right? Every area of your life. We want to see you succeed. We want to see you successful. So
let's work together to get that done. 21 days.
21 days. 21 days. Until next time. Hey, we'll see y'all next week, man. We're so glad to see you all. Everybody that's on here, we appreciate y'all. Have a great day. Ashley, Aunt Banks, Lisa, and everybody else. Have an amazing day.
See ya.